Greetings and salutations, Scribblers. Welcome back. I hope writing has been going well and you're feeling inspired. Today, we're going to discuss how to prepare for beta reader feedback. So asking someone to read your manuscript and provide feedback on what's working and what isn't can feel like a daunting task. We're giving our work, our creation to someone and asking them to pick it apart. Doesn't always sound like fun, but it can be really good for increasing your craft level, for teasing out the best manuscript that you can possibly write, and really getting to see your vision come alive on the page. So it's really, really crucial part of the writing process. It's something that you don't want to skip. Beta readers will not only help you to iron out plot inconsistencies or character voice, they're going to help you make sure that your reader is actually picking up what it is that you're putting down. So to get the most out of your beta reading experience, you're going to want to take some steps to prepare. Step number one is first, I encourage you to sit down and clearly identify what it is that you're looking for as far as feedback. If you just send your manuscript out and say, tell me whatever, you don't know what you're going to get, and you may get feedback that doesn't help. Telling your betas that you're worried about character arcs or world building will get you better feedback because they'll be specifically looking for those elements. Likewise, you might want to tell them what not to give feedback on. Oftentimes, I will ask my beta readers to ignore grammar or spelling because that's something I do as a final pass once I get the story sorted out. Either way, you will receive more useful feedback if you're specific about what you're looking for rather than just the blanket of, tell me what you think. You'll also want to make sure that you understand the style you want that feedback provided in. Do you need gentle feedback or do you want them to be direct? This is something that you absolutely need to discuss with your beta readers. Being clear about your expectations is going to make the experience better for you and for them. So it's just better for everybody. The clearer you can be about what it is you're looking for and how you want that given to you is crucial. So the last little bit of prep work to assess is when you'll be ready to ask for feedback and when you want that feedback returned. So in general, you're going to want to approach your beta readers like maybe 1 to 2 months before you're actually expecting to have your manuscript ready for them. This allows them to get you onto their schedule because beta reading is a big commitment. You're not just reading the book for fun. You are reading it with an eye for what's working and what's not, for inconsistencies, all of those little elements, right? So knowing your timeline of when you want that feedback returned and when you plan on having it ready is a really good thing to convey to whoever you plan on having beta read for you. If you tell your beta readers just to get to it when they can, you might not see feedback for a year if you ever see it. And that doesn't have anything to do with your writing. It just has to do with life and schedules and other things taking a front row in their brains. So setting those parameters early will make the entire process smoother and mean you're getting, again, more useful feedback within the time frame that you actually need it. When it is finally time to send your manuscript out, everybody say hello to Oat Milk. She has decided to bless us with her presence today. This sweet girl. All right. So like I was saying, when it is time to send your manuscript out, you're going to remind your betas of all of this in your email. So if the beta reader isn't familiar to you or your writing, it can really help to let them know where you are in the writing process. Is this your first draft or your third? Your first project you finished or your fifth? This can really help your beta reader offer more specific feedback. I know that my early drafts always need a bit gentler feedback than my later drafts, as I'm usually still working out some major kinks early on. So all of that's communicated between me and my beta readers as we go through. And as I've kind of refined this process, because it is a work, right? You're not going to get it all right the first time you ask for beta feedback. You're going to learn your own style and the style of your betas that you have continually reading for you. After this, our final preparation tip is to consider who you want to beta read for you and how many beta readers you want. You don't want to overwhelm yourself by having too many people providing ideas. So I would suggest keeping it between 3 and 5. I personally usually like asking 5 people to beta read for me because inevitably, at least 2 of those people will probably not finish reading because life and work and everything just gets in the way. And so this way, like I kind of hedge my bets. And if I ask 5 people, I'm pretty much guaranteed that I will get at least 3 of those back. And that gives me something to work with. You don't want to have too many though, because if, let's say, like you ask 7 people and you get all 7 people's feedback returned, that can be really overwhelming because now you have 7 different ideas that you have to work through. So really keep that in mind, that you don't want to overwhelm yourself with the amount of feedback that you're getting returned to you. Another part of this is to consider if you want someone you've been chatting with about your story or someone who's coming in without any prior knowledge. So both are valuable. The beta reader who has brainstormed with you or reads excerpts of your work as you're writing it really knows your vision, and they can let you know if you're getting that message across. The unsullied beta reader on the other side is a fresh pair of eyes and give you some great objective insight that person who's more familiar might miss because they, in their minds, they've already made those connections that maybe still aren't appearing on the page. All right, so I have given you a lot of prep work to do before you send out your work to beta readers. Finding them and finding betas that mesh with you and your writing takes time. So keep at it. It's almost kind of like dating sometimes. Like you're going to have to try some people out and it might not work. And you just move on. You're polite, you say thank you, and you find somebody new to beta in your next round of edits or your next manuscript. There's nothing wrong with that because you've got to find the people that work for you. And this is why building your writing community is also such an important part of this entire process. I don't want you to forget that the Scribblers Den does offer developmental edits and book coaching services to help you on your writing journey. So make sure you check out those links below in the description to learn more about those. And we will give you all sorts of wonderful feedback on how to improve your manuscript and what's working and all those different things. All right, Scribblers, thank you so much for hanging out with me and Oat Milk here. Please like and subscribe to get all the notifications. Those buttons are right down there below us, and we'll see you next time. Happy writing.